Hey, Taurus, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your August 2024 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Taurus, right away here, I'm getting a G or a J name. Some of you, that could be a person you're dealing with. It could be your name. I'm getting Giovanni or Johnny. Take it as it resonates. Now, what's new? What's new coming in for you? And what is showing up with this Mercury retrograde that could be helping you? Helping versus hindering. Your first card out here. So what's new is the call. This reminds me of the Judgment card in Tarot, which we'll clarify. So some of you may even have strong Scorpio placements, but this is the call, your purpose, changing your life for the better. This energy is about a major, awakening and redirection. Discovery. You may have been discovering your gifts. I feel for some of you, you've really been diving in to mediumship, to feeling the energies of others, to picking up on signs and synchronicities. I feel like those subtle cues that you've been getting aren't so subtle anymore. They're loud, they're in your face, you cannot miss them. And this has to do with you really activating and waking up to your soul's truth. And for some of you, this does have to do with a new direction or a new life path, or even a new perspective on the way that you were living, right? There's a new perspective here showing up. It wouldn't surprise me to see the Hanged Man showing up in your reading, as well as the Judgment if we see some major arcanas. But I feel like you've gone through a hermiting period of soul searching and introspection and gaining the necessary knowledge. But some of you also, you've educated yourself through, of course, books and self-help, and maybe even going to therapy. I'm getting coaching, mentoring, but you have an opportunity to learn and grow through life's experience, or that is part of it. But I also see you being able to pivot and go in a new direction here because you are switching your viewpoint. I'm getting perspective big for you. And if you haven't checked out last weekend's collective reading, which was all about perspective, you may want to check that out, Taurus, because for some of you, this is a total shift that is going to alter your world, the way that you see things. Some of you may have even been wearing a tad bit of a rose-colored lens, or you may have had someone or something on a pedestal, and maybe that pedestal is being kicked over. I feel for others of you, you may have gone through a major awakening, but that was to put you on this path towards your highest good, your highest growth, your highest freedom. We're going to take a look and see what this is. I see a lot of you are guides, your mentors, your healers, your teachers. You are here to be the way shower in some way, shape, or form. And you see at the very bottom there, it says guidance and direction. So you may be asking yourself for guidance and direction, but with that hermit energy that I'm picking up on here as well, you have a higher knowing and you're able to help people. And maybe some of you are saying, Mel, I can help people, others way more than myself, or I'm able to discern information for others better than myself. But cut yourself some slack here, Taurus. I feel like you are really stepping into your gifts in a big, profound way. And you may even be shifting, again, everything that you do. There's this heightened sense of awareness behind it. And I feel like you're taking slow but yet steady, languid steps towards this direction. Some of you could be near the mountains. You could be traveling here. I'm getting like the pine trees, the redwoods. You could be heading to a lake, maybe a Great Lake. I feel a sense of bliss here, of surrender and just being present, being with one, being with nature. You may be listening to this reading and you could be outside right now. Perhaps you hear the bubbling of, a river nearby or a spring. You could be in a bathtub. Maybe you just turn on the water. Water is significant here for you, Taurus. Now, bottom of the deck, this is what Mercury is bringing in as well, but you have adventure. Okay, you have adventure. Look at that. You have awakening. And for some of you, you have romance. Okay, so adventure is exciting times ahead. This is new opportunities. This is spiritual quest, world travel, excursions. That's what I was picking up here from the soul purpose. So you may be changing direction, quite literally. You may be moving, relocating, traveling. And maybe that's that perspective shift where you're thinking, I would really like to see what it's like to live in this area or work in this community, or expand upon my business while I, venture in this direction, or love in a way that you've never loved before, right? With romance here, but you have awakening right in the middle. And it does say awakening on the soul purpose. So again, judgment energy. This is the call. This is the phoenix rising, reclaiming your power. This is big. And this is what Mercury is bringing in for you as well, is reclaiming. It's remembering that your soul has wings and there's a rebirth that's been activated for you. Spiritual enlightenment and truth, and soul's truth keeps coming up. So we may actually have to we're going to pull a card quick from the soul's truth oracle, because there's something you are being guided. I feel like you'll already know, right? You'll already know, but let's see what the soul's truth is guiding you to take action towards. What do we need to know? Thank you, Spirit. What excuses? No more excuses. Okay, it says here, no more waiting. The time is now. There's never going to be a good enough time, right? To make that move, to, go in that new direction, to embark upon this new journey, to fall in love. Whatever it is, I feel for some of you, you've been pondering it, you've been sitting on it, you've been wishing for it, you've been wanting it, but maybe the action piece hasn't been there. I feel like that action piece has been working with the divine, working with the universe behind the scenes. But now it's time for you to fully open arms, open up, embrace. No more excuses. Today's soul action, if it is important enough to you, you will find a way. Today, make a decision and do it. Even if you don't feel ready, listen to your heart and you will be led. And I do feel a massive heart activation. I mean, the romance piece, that has the heart right there in the center. So maybe it's romance, but it doesn't have to be. It can be union. It can be a strong bond or a strong desire that your heart is pulling you towards. This could be about marriage, passion, trust, love, intimacy. This could also be soulmate energy. You may be calling this in, or perhaps you are guided to take a step that you've been guided to take, but for whatever reason, maybe insecurities, okay? Because we have the body talk card, and this can be about mental health. Perhaps some of you wanted to feel more balanced mentally before you made a decision. Smart choice, right? We don't want to completely be oversaturated in our emotions and make an emotionally based decision, because then we may not be feeling like we made the right one, or we don't want to be too mentally confused, because then we could come back and, we may have said I wasn't in my right mind to make that choice. But I feel like you are balanced now. So for those of you that are saying, Mel, I need to wait till I'm balanced, I feel like you are. And maybe that is part of the excuse, okay? Because now is the time. Listen to your heart. You will be led because you're ready. Spirit is saying you're ready here. Whatever this is, which we'll clarify here, you have the bliss card right here at the bottom. This is my Leo energy. It's the sun. When I created this deck, I have major arcanas in mind. So of course, soul purpose was the judgment. We have adventure here, which is the fool. We have the lovers, and we have the bliss, which is the sun, right? And we're in Leo energy. This is heaven on earth, happiness, sunshine. It is freedom and yes. So if you have been asking, is now the time? The answer is yes. Should I do it now? Yes. Right? Do I take that leap of faith? Here it is with the adventure. So exciting times ahead. And this is a new opportunity for you to grow, for you to expand your heart. I'm getting a higher consciousness as well. So if you are being called to lead, to teach, to be a healer, to embrace your spiritual gifts, move forward and show up shaking. Show up even if you're scared. It's important to push through this and go for it, because if it doesn't scare you, at least in some little bit of way, right? And maybe it's not for you. They always say there's a little bit of that fear. There should be that fear, but don't let the fear hold you back. I always like to define fear by taking an analogy of being in a car, in a driveway, and you're getting ready to go on a trip, go on an adventure, but fear jumps in the driver's seat, right? Buckles up, but you just sit there. You just sit there because fear tells you you're not going to get there on time. There's going to be a road closure. There's going to be an accident. You're going to run out of gas, right? Fear makes excuses, basically. But when you say, get in the back seat, fear, you can come with me for the ride. I know you're important at times, but I'm going to jump in the front seat. I'm the driver here of this car. And you allow yourself to back out of the driveway and go towards your destination. And that's what I see you doing here. You're pushing through that fear. And get ready, Taurus, because there is something here quite exciting. And for some of you, this does have to do with love, but it scares the hell out of you because our hearts can get broken, right? Or we have to truly be intimate, or this may require you to compromise or negotiate. Maybe you've been single for quite some time and you like your space and you like doing things the way you like to do them, but your heart really longs for, for company and for love and connection. So there's something here about finding balance and maybe seeing things from someone else's perspective, or being able to stretch beyond a new perspective here in some way, shape, or form. For others of you, you've been contemplating a massive relationship or a union, and perhaps you want to move in a new direction as well. You have to trust the calling of your heart. Yeah, the calling of your heart here. So no more excuses. The time is now. Let's see, what else do we have here? I mean, retrograde is, bringing up some of our insecurities. We do have the shadow, but we have a second chance. And that's what this is all about for you. It really is a second chance not to succumb to sabotaging patterns or behaviors, or to embrace unions that sabotage you, hold you back, because you've learned. That's what this whole soul purpose was discovery. You've discovered parts of yourself that may or may not resonate with the current energy you're in. Therefore, you're ready for an exciting new opportunity here, Taurus. It really does look exciting. I feel for some of you, you could be authors, you could be writers, publishers, creators. You may journal more. You may automatic write. This is about rebuilding. You have rebuilt your life in some way, shape, or form through a lot of shadow work, maybe a lot of buried emotions you've gone through. This could be a lot of trauma for some of you, post-traumatic stress, inner healing, hours upon hours of therapy, and even self-reflection, looking at the ego. But you have this opportunity that looks so authentic, so beautiful, so real. But it requires you to trust, and it requires you to not make excuses, and it requires you to fully love yourself, hug yourself, hold yourself a little bit tighter, right? This is about exercising good mental health and knowing that you are taken care of as you embrace this new path, this new journey. So let's pull some timing cards here. What do we have for timing? We have stop waiting. Yeah, stop waiting. Now is the time. No more excuses, because it almost feels like you've been waiting for this train to stop, because you see this woman standing in front of a train. That train's going, Mach 190, and it's going quick. It's almost like, when you're young and you're on the merry-go-round and it's going round and round and you want to jump on, but you're waiting for the perfect spot so you don't, hit the bars and fly off, or you're waiting for it to slow down just enough for you to jump off. What if it doesn't? What if it doesn't slow down? Or what if that's the excuse we tell ourselves because we're too fearful? What if we miss it? What if we jump on and we don't grab the right bar and we fly off, right? But what if you're supported and protected and you take a leap forward and you're going to land on that merry-go-round? And that's what I see here for you. It's like you're waiting for this train to stop, but the train doesn't stop. Okay, so maybe you're waiting for life to slow down, or you're waiting for the perfect time in this relationship to exit or to enter, or to tell someone you love them, or tell someone you want to divorce, or to tell your job you're, leaving them, or to retire, whatever it is. I mean, I know that we have to prepare and we plan, but some of you, you've done the preparing, you've done the planning. Or for others of you, you've been healing, and you may be saying, I have to be completely healed. But what if you are healed to the point where you are ready to open up, but maybe you've been in that default mode of standing there waiting? Spirit is saying, now's the time. When's it happening? I mean, we have next month. So there's something that you are seeing here in August, but it may be fully next month when you're able to jump on that bandwagon, right? It's like the revolving doors or the escalators even. If you've ever, gone to the airport or gone to the mall and they have the escalators, and sometimes you got to kind of get your foot on the right one so you don't tumble. I always think those are funny, watching people get on, but now's the time, and you're going to actually see that once you get on, everything's smooth. It's smooth sailing. You are protected. You are supported as that escalator kind of goes up. And that's what we see is we see this canoe or this rowboat here, and there's smooth water. I mean, that water is glass. It's smooth. So something that you've been waiting for actually goes a lot better maybe than you think, or it finally leads to this bliss, this wish fulfillment, this sense of freedom. So look out. I think that between now and, the next 4 to 6 weeks are going to be very pivotal for you. Let's get some tarot cards. Spirit, what do we need to know about the call, this awakening that Taurus has been undergoing, possibly for quite some time even? What do we need to know? The Lovers. What do we say with that heart card? So we have the Lovers. Yeah, this is making a choice from the heart. And that's exactly what we were saying earlier. And it has to do with, balance as well, making those balance choices, soul contracts. This has to do with trusting and partnerships and destiny as well. And I feel like there's harmonizing. You see the 2 candles being lit, right? One may not have been lit prior, but when it comes together, it lights it up. So for some of you, there is an energy of coming together with a union or making a choice, but I feel like it is a flowing attraction. There's already a spark there, and it can only get better from here is what I feel. It can only get better for here. For those of you who are wanting to maybe exit or go in a new direction, I feel like it may require you to maybe separate that spark. And some of you feel, well, what if my flame dies out? I feel that you always have that ignition within you. You have the ability to ignite, right? You have that ability to ignite. There's love. There's love all around. I'm getting a itchiness in my left palm here. So some of you are definitely strong healers. You may feel an itchiness. Some of you, there could be something with the skin as well. Be mindful. Maybe this is a rash or bruising or, blotches of red, or, I feel like if you have something with the skin, which is our biggest organ, which is the first thing that people see when they look at you, there's something about vulnerability. Don't shy back. Put yourself out there. Okay, of course, seek professional medical guidance if need be. Spirit, what do we need to know about the Lovers, the love energy showing up? Oh, two become one. 2 become one, or forces coming together. Destiny, working destiny at play. It's time for something to come together here is what I'm getting. Yeah. What else do we have for Taurus, please? What do we have for Taurus? Okay, do want that one. Ooh, we have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands. This is a refreshing energy. I really love the Three of Wands here. You can see the child transforming in a way to this beautiful aging goddess. And I feel like there is a renewed sense of direction here for you with this Three of Wands. It's about choices that you've made, that you are seeing growth. This is movement forward. This is about you not taking your eye off the prize, even if it requires a little bit of time. But this is wand energy, which is quick. And I feel like you're embracing your inner child in a way, but you're also using the knowledge and the wisdom. Okay, so we have the inner child and we have the wise sage here. And I feel like there's something quite profound about this energy coming in, where it gives you a refreshed, renewed perspective. Some of you, this is a childhood dream that maybe it's taken a long time to come to fruition. Look at that strength at the bottom of the deck, which is Leo energy. Maybe you've had to learn to love yourself, right? Love yourself. Perhaps there's been some childhood wounding. Maybe that's part of the shadow. There's noticeable growth here. Your heart is activated. You're taking a leap of faith, right? You've been sitting on that branch is what I see. You've been sitting on that branch, maybe repairing a broken wing in some sort of way, shape, or form. We'll say you're a bird, right? You're ready to fly like that phoenix. And I feel like your wing has been repaired, but perhaps you didn't realize it because you never tried to fly. And Spirit is saying your wing has been repaired. You've been healing in massive, massive ways with the compassion. And I feel like you have also learned to love yourself, right? There's the Empress right behind it. A lot of major arcanas, which I figured because we see big growth here. All right, what else do we need to know? Let's look at these new opportunities, exciting times ahead. Can we get a sneak peek? We see love, possibly partnerships here. We see motivation, forward movement, growth. Spirit, what's the adventure coming in here? What's the new adventure? Oh, okay. We have the Ace. Aces are gifts. We have the Ace of Truth, the Ace of Swords, clarity. This is like a diamond. Well, it is a diamond in the rough. So for some of you, this is either like a once in a lifetime type of love or career, or it just feels like a needle in a haystack, diamond in the rough. You've heard it, right? Something has been consuming your energy. Maybe at times it feels like you haven't been as expansive in the way that you would like, because it can become an obsession, right? We don't have enough money and we keep saying, I don't have enough, or, I don't have the love, or I'm not growing in that way. I feel like you are taking a look at something from a different perspective, which is what we talked about in the beginning with the Four of Pentacles, and perspective is shifting now to opening yourself up to managing how you see life or what you consume your energy towards. And I feel there's a truth activated within yourself or within a relationship. I get within yourself. There's something and maybe you've had to go searching for. Maybe you've had to feel the pressure, because diamonds are formed under pressure and they're formed under darkness. So you may have gone through, Taurus, a very pressurized, dark period of your life that consumed you, right? Consumed your time and your energy and your health and your vitality and your finances, whatever this was. But what I see coming out of this is this new exciting time ahead, because one thing is for certain here, you didn't give up on yourself. And even though you may have been hard on yourself at times with that strength card, what this Mercury retrograde is bringing up is a new soul's truth. And that's why I kept getting the pull to pull a soul truth card, which is no more excuses. Right? No more waiting. It's time. So I like this. You're brave enough. You are, courageous. You have the Leo energy showing up here at the bottom of the deck. Plus you have, oh, look at that. We have 10 of Cups, gratitude. Plus you have a lot to be thankful for. And I was going to say you have a lot of spiritual help available to you. And you have this inner knowing. Don't ever forget your own inner knowing. Last but not least, let's get a few messages here. Oh, wow. You can't make this up. You have let go, let flow, and then you have a new beginning. Okay, so it says security comes from within. As we're talking about your inner knowing, security comes from within. You are fully supported and safe. Let go of worry and lean into trust. You are right where you are meant to be. Beautiful. And then lastly, we see the huge hawk in the background, the rainbow. Even though it looks a little cloudy, there's a rainbow there. And we see this full-on deer showing up, and I feel like you are ready. A new beginning is presenting itself to you. Trust that life is unfolding for your highest good. It's time to celebrate your accomplishments and enjoy this divine unfolding. Yeah, there is a divine unfolding here for you. And because we have that bliss card activated as well, where's that bliss card? Thought we had that bliss card here. Here it is. You know, because this is activated, enjoy it. And we see the same rainbow, the beautiful reds and yellows. Reds are about stability. Yellows are about courage and empowerment. We have the base chakra and the solar plexus chakra here. So your stability may be changing in some way, shape, or form, but you are asking to be courageous and bold as this unfolds for you, because it's actually going to empower your life in big ways. So that is what I have for you, Taurus. What a beautiful energy and month ahead for you. If you like the reading, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And thank you so very much for tuning in. Lots of love.